Chukui, what exactly is your work? 2 years, you have sold phone, you have sold car, you have sold shoes, and now you are selling furniture. What exactly is your work? Now, are you like Chukudi, that you have been selling different kind of things? I understand. I'm sure it's because you are trying to make ends meet. Country hard. That is one of the reasons why in the next 100 days, I'm going to be showing you a better way of doing this thing. How you can find purpose, how you can stay and focus on a business and build it and become a huge name. I'm going to be teaching you how to build a successful business. And even if you decide that you want to go online and you want to diversify, I'm going to be showing you exactly how to do it. And also I'm going to be fixing that mindset of yours that has been taking you pure. Join me on this 100-day journey. It's absolutely free. Titled Mind and Money. I am going to be teaching you skills that will help you transform not just your mind but also your pocket. Click on the link below to get registered. See you there. You know say too much garri dey cause alcohol. And you know say this your garri wey you dey take na because of Satan. Now, let me show you how you can increase your income. Let me show you ways. Stop drinking garri every single day. There are other types of food. There's rice, there's beans, there's chicken, there's so many other things. But you cannot afford those things if you rely on only one source of income, which is your salary. In the next 100 days, I'm going to be sharing with you how you can make money both from cryptocurrency, forex, and from owning a business. And that is not just all. I'll be adding a bonus on teaching you life skills, how to get out of depression, how to handle breakup, and how to live a best life. If you are interested in turning finance around, click on the link below and join me on this transformative journey. It is absolutely free. Stop drinking garri every time. Because I said it's free doesn't mean that the link is going to remain open forever. Get on board. I'll see you then. All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to yet another session of our Mind and Money series. And welcome to day 51. Wow, it's been an amazing journey. Day 51 and we are here. And today we are going to be looking at a very, very important topic. And the topic is dealing with business debt. Dealing with business debt. Now, I believe you know that as a business person, whether you are a business owner or you are informal, you are into any business, you cannot run away from debt. You can't, right? You cannot run away from debt. So, but for today, we are looking at debt when it comes to running a business, whether in your main hustle, your side hustle, whatever kind of hustle you call it. That's what we are going to be looking at today. All right. So, and today we are going to be very brief, very brief. It's a Monday and the rest of them. So the first question you want to ask is, what is business debt? What is business debt? Simple English. Any money that is financial obligation. That's why I say money. Any financial obligation a company owes a creditor or a lender is what is called business debt. Simple English. Any form of borrowing that your business undertake, either to finance operations, investment, or any other activity, is called business debt. And the truth of the matter is that as a business, you would at one point in time want to take some form of financial assistance for whatever reason. You would run into debt. You cannot run away from it. And the reasons why businesses go into debt is for the following reasons. Number one, expansion and growth. If you want to move from where you are to where you intend to be, like we'll call it, if you want to move to the permanent site, you need finance. Trust me, you need finance. And that's the reason why a lot of companies decide to go out and, okay, let's get these funds, let's do this one. For growth and expansion, that's number one. The second reason is for working capital. Right? Working capital. And for growth and expansion, you see issues like maybe getting a branch office, getting a new location, entering a new market, getting additional equipment, and all of that. All of those things are what would make you run into debt, because you can borrow funds to finance these things, right? Number two, like we said, is working capital, right? Most times, some companies will use debt to meet short-term working capital requirements, especially companies that they work with projects, and these projects may take a while to actualize. So, but in the meantime, to meet short-term working capital requirements, some businesses may require to make use of debt, operating costs, some inventory materials, payroll, especially when you have period of low cash flow. Because as a business, you know that it's not every time you're going to always have that high, inflow. So debts can help to smooth out your cash flow fluctuation, right? To ensure that your business does not go, it doesn't shut down, that your business continues, that there's no disruption of business activities. Another reason why you could accumulate debt is for capital investment. Capital investment. And capital investment is simply talking about items or equipment or assets that have long-term profitability. Long-term profitability. Those are capital investments. So businesses may borrow money, right, to make capital investments. Equipment, technology, infrastructure, all those things to build, to get landed properties and all of that. And those things that would enhance productivity, enhance efficiency, give you an edge in the market, all those things are capital investment, and they can contribute highly and hugely to your long-term profitability, right? So the fourth reason why businesses may run into debt is seasons. Seasons. Now you need to understand something, that some business experience seasonal fluctuation, right? That means there are businesses that during rainy season they are balling, they are making so much money. During dry season, they are not making as much as they could or as much as they would. So there is always a temporary mismatch between income and expenses. Most times, some of those businesses can use debt as a bridge to cover expenses during that off-season period, right? And use it to support business operation until revenue picks up. It's not see, you will not always have, just the same way when we talk about trading, we say the market will not keep rising. There will always be that correction, there will be market correction and the rest of that. The same thing in every business. In your cash flow, there will be periods of mismatch between income and expenses. The income is not increasing, but the expenses are still there. And it's not because of any wrong thing, but it's just because of the season of your business. So what do you do in those kind of times? Debts can serve as a bridge, right? Another way businesses run into debt, right, is restructuring existing debt, right? The way businesses, get into debt, restructuring existing debts, right? So you can have a debt that is ongoing, and when you look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things, you can decide, okay, let's consolidate on these existing liabilities. Let's renegotiate the terms. Let's lower interest rate and whatever it is. But once you go back to revisiting a debt and you're not actually paying it, you just want to restructure it so it can reduce your financial obligation or to help you manage your financial obligation and improve your overall debt profile. That is very good. And it can also lead to business debt. Another thing that can lead to business debt is opportunity. Opportunity. When you need to finance an opportunity, right? There are times when you know that, okay, we need so amount. Then somehow you hear that the government is giving a 1-digit interest loan. when interest rates are low, when market conditions are favorable, businesses take advantage of that. They take advantage of that to borrow funds. Okay, so imagine now you're running a business, you have plans for expansion, but you're saying, okay, maybe in the next 4 or 5 years, then somehow you get a hint that the federal government is giving a loan, maybe Smidan loan of some millions, 1 digit, to pay in 10 years. That's opportunistic financing. Guess what? You're going to jump on it. And if you jump on it, in as much as you get the fund, but it will also add to your debt profile. So these are some of the ways businesses accumulate debt, right? Then also, of course, managing risk. Debt can be used as a risk management tool. Yes, when you diversify the sources of funding, right, you are reducing reliance on just your equity. So you are spreading the risk. You have 10 million, and instead of using the whole 10 million to go in, you diversify the source. You can bring, okay, 5 million of your own money, 5 million of a borrowed funds, and you have been able to mitigate risk, right? Now, there are different types of debt. We are just going to break them down into 4 categories, right? And that is short-term loans. Excuse me. That's short-term loans, short-term debt, long-term debt, trade debt, and tax debt. These are the major short-term debt, long-term debt, trade debt, and what? Tax debt. Right? Now, short-term debts are things like when you collect something on credit. Not a loan, it's not a business loan. So you sell yam. No, let me not use yam, let me use something else. Let's say you sell milk, or you sell provision. You do provision stuffs and all of that. Now, you decide to go to your customer and you collect maybe some cartons on credit. That's a short-term debt, because you are not going, it's not accumulating interest as it were. You would pay the person back. If your business is involved, let's say you are doing an expansion project, your business is building, you are doing an expansion project, there's some construction work ongoing. You can go to where they sell cement and take cement on loan if you have a relationship with them. That's lines of credit. You're using what? Credit. Are you following? Now, it provides you with, instead of going to borrow, as it were, you are collecting the item to pay back. Right? You're collecting the item to pay back. Then we now have the long-term debts. And long-term debts include those business loans, Smidan loan, bank loan, right? All those loans, mortgages, they will always come in. They will always come in. Big businesses will always use other people's money. It's called OPM, other people's money. It's not what you can actually dodge. There's no crime inside. As a matter of fact, if you remember, there's the story of a guy in the Bible. The guy, his master gave him one talent. He hid it and told his master, when the master came for returns, he said, "You're a wicked man. I know you to be a very wicked man. So I decided to bury your money. Now this is your money." Then the man said something. He said, "At least you would have given it to the banks. By now, they would have given me interest." What would the bank do to get interest? They will loan the money out to somebody else to do business and collect interest. And that's from the interest they will give to the man. So there is nothing wrong with taking business loans. Right? So short-term debt, long-term debt. Then there's trade debt. Your supplier credit, unpaid invoices, and all of that. Then there's tax debt. You are making money every week, every month. You are not paying tax or you have not paid tax. Whether you have paid it or not, it is a debt that you owe the government. If you pay it on time, fine. If you don't pay it on time, when they come, you will pay it. You owe it. Then certain penalties and all of that you cannot avoid. Right? So all of these are different types of business debt. Right? Now, the question is, how do you deal with this debt? Very important. And this is the crux of what we are talking about. The strategies that you need to handle business debt. Number one is cash flow management and budgeting. Cash flow management and budgeting. You need to have a detailed budget. And that budget, you're supposed to use it to track both your income and your expenses. It would help you to manage your cash flow better. And you know, the truth of the matter is a lot of people forget that they owe people. Your business is owing, and every weekend they are doing dorime. They are posting the club for you every weekend. Your business is owing because you don't have a detailed budget, and you have not allocated funds towards repayment of debt. And the only thing that can help you do that is when you budget right and you have a proper cash flow management. That's number one. Number two, prioritize debt. Prioritize debt. See, there are some debts that have high interest rates. Right? And there are some debts that, their interests are not so high. You see those ones with high interest rates, start paying them off as quick as you can. Those ones that are more pressing, those ones that the people are on your neck every day, they are calling. Prioritize those debts. But always pay off high interest debt first. Because the longer you leave it unpaid, guess what? It increases your debt profile. Right? It increases your debt profile. Number three, negotiate. See, never get to a point where you lose your negotiating power. Talk to your creditors. Negotiate. Okay, so I was supposed to pay you this month, but somehow, you get as this thing be. So can we, if possible, look at lowering the interest rate? I've seen people that negotiated with loan apps. They say, okay, I borrow 20,000 and you borrow 20,000 from a loan app, and they say for every day you don't pay, that extra 500 is added. Then before you know, 1 month has gone, 2 months has gone, 60 days have gone. If you do 60 times 500, that's how much? That's 30K. That's 150% of what you borrowed. I've seen people that we call the loan app, after the loan app have, call all their family members, design their obituary, and sent and posted on everywhere. And when the loan app call, they will tell this, see, do you want your money? You say yes. Then remove that excess on top. So just send it like that, send it like that. And they send. And they terminate all those drama. Negotiate with the creditors. Lower interest rates. Extend repayment period. If possible, reduce the settlement amount. You see, many creditors are willing to work with businesses that are facing financial difficulties. That's the truth. But you must be able to negotiate. You are owing somebody money, you off your phone. You off your phone, it can't reach you. Anytime you see his call, you busy it. Or you pick the call and you're scratching phone on your head. I go call you back, I don't on top of Okada. You are not on top any Okada. You will fall from that bike. Pick the call. Negotiate. Right? Negotiate. Is very, very is allowed. Right? Then also, number 4, consolidate your debt. Consolidate your debt. Right? Consolidate multiple debts into a single loan. Look for how you can Reduce everything and let it be one. And this will simplify your repayment method. Do you understand? Look for how, and how will you do that? It's simply by refinancing. Let me explain what that means. So you are owing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 companies, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 persons. Then what do? You can take money from one person, pay off all. Then now you have only one debtor. Right? So this will now help you simplify your repayments. And what? It will reduce overall interest expenses. So you should look at that as well. Another way to handle business debt, go back to the drawing board and increase revenue. Increase your revenue. Implement strategies that will boost revenue. Look at expanding your products. Look at increasing your marketing. Can you create a new customer segment? Can you have a new, okay, now you are doing a business that is catering for only youths. Can you have the same product but for another class? Right? Now, I think it was recently I found out that the owners of, I think, Cowbell are the same owners of Loya Milk. Cowbell and Loya have the same owners. Cowbell is for the people down, while Loya is for the people at the top. Right? So Cowbell is for the people down, while Loya is for the people at the top. Now, I'm sorry we are out of power. Let's see how these guys will handle it before they leave me in the dark. Okay, so but we are almost done. Increase your revenue. Increase your revenue. Number 6, cut costs. Cut costs. Cut costs. Very important. Look for areas where expenses can be reduced or eliminated to free up funds that you will use for repayment. Look for how to cut costs. If it's reducing your overhead costs, streamlining operations, whatever, just look for how to cut costs. Number 7, get a professional advisor. Consult financial advisors, debt counselors, accountants. Get them to fix this thing. You are in a mess. Get them to fix it. Right? Get them to fix it. Right? So that is where we are going to stop for today. Right? I want to believe you've understood what I've just said. Business debt, if not properly managed, can cripple your business. If it's not properly managed, it can cripple, it can shut down your entire operation. However, if you use it right, it can take your business from where it is now to where it is supposed to be. All right, so this is where we are going to draw the curtain, and I believe you've gained some value. Right? So until tomorrow we are going to be looking at the cryptocurrency diaries. And of course, it's going to be powerful. It's going to be powerful. Tomorrow's topic is, let's see what we have for tomorrow. Let's see what we have for tomorrow. Reasons why your business should accept cryptocurrency. In the 21st century, should your business be accepting cryptocurrency with all the dramas and all of that? So we are going to be looking at it. And I'll be giving you reasons why I think you should accept cryptocurrency as a means of payment for your business. All right, so this is where we are going to draw the curtain. Thank you very much for being with me and for giving me your time until I come your way again tomorrow. Thank you and God bless you.